spit nipply out. I mean nippy out. What did I say, nipple? There is a nip in the air, though.
Join me, Matt Connarton, weekdays, 4 to 6 p.m. live for a discussion about politics where we put aside labels like liberal and conservative and have a discussion about truth and what's really happening in the world.
This hour on WMNH is proudly sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 171 Londonderry Turnpike in Hooksett. Serving all your employee benefits planning, design and administration, investment and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. They are available at 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
You are listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 frequency modulation from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 1045 Elm Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Contact us by email at WMNH953@gmail.com or through our website at WMNHradio.org.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's that time again. Matt Connarton, Unleashed in the Afternoon. We are live on WMNH 95.3 FM, emanating from a very chilly downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, streaming at WMNHradio.org. You can also find WMNH on the TuneIn app, so you can take us wherever you go on your mobile device. Very, very easy. Of course, we're on Channel 97 Comcast if you're in the Manchester area, and of course on Facebook via Facebook Live on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. Today is Wednesday, December 5th, 2018. And we have with us in the studio right now, Diane. All right. Yes, I was asking her before the show how to say her last name because I think the other day when I plugged that you were coming on, I think I said it with a hard G, like Ruggiero or something. Well, that's not a hard G.
That sounds better than Ruggiero. A lot of people say Ruggiero.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's no I-O, but it's just a natural phenomenon.
Well, I think what it is, I mean, let's call it like it is. You got one of those names with too many vowels, not enough consonants.
What about your name, Matt?
What about mine? My name's got more. My name has, I believe, the proper balance of vowels and consonants.
Oh, and it does. It's spelled like it sounds.
Thank you. Yes. Right. Yes. Well, sort of, because it's pronounced Connarton. So the most common misspelling of my last name is Connerton. People replace the A with an E because it sounds like that. Right. And actually, it's a very unusual last name, but there are other Connartons that I've found online who do spell it, in fact, with an E instead of an A.
Really? So
yeah.
You could say Connarton.
Well,
or Connarton.
My nickname in high school, and this is true, my nickname in high school actually was Connarton because the first day of school, so the teachers would be doing roll call, and this would happen every year, and they'd get to my name, and they'd say, Matthew Connarton? But so after a while, all my friends started calling me that.
Name.
Yeah, but what was odd about it is, so they were putting the, obviously they were putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable, but it's weird because usually you put the emphasis on a syllable that ends in two consonants, not one. But when people mispronounce it, Connarton, they're putting the emphasis on the syllable that only ends with one consonant.
That's true.
So I never really understood why, but for some reason they would all get it wrong. And it became my nickname. Hello to Jenny in the Facebook live chat, as well as Gia, who was with us yesterday. Oh, and we have a call already. Wow, it's going to be a busy show. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed in the Afternoon. Who's this?
This is Jim O'Connell show.
Hello?
This is Jim O'Connell show.
I hate this bit.
What is
it's not.
Can I speak to Jim O'Connell?
Oh, you're looking for Jim O'Connell. Yes. No, Jim. This is not the Jim O'Connell show.
Jim O'Connell,
this is not. No, Jim's not here. Jim's not here. Dave's not here. Nobody's here. Yeah, it's true. Okay.
Who is that?
That's someone I know who calls with your, that particular bit is not my favorite. So we'll get to why Diane is here in a moment, but I just want to mention too, later in the show, I'm going to transform. This will probably be sometime during the second hour into my alter ego, M-Sizzel, and I'll be performing. What did I call? Oh yeah, I'll be performing my new diss track, "Taste the Beef." So that's going to be coming up in hour number 2. So look forward to that. Because,
do a little excerpt because I'm not going to be here. Well, I could listen on the way home.
You'll be able to listen on the way home. Plus,
Okay.
It's going to be everywhere before you know it. You have a few months from now, you'll be sick of hearing it. It's going to be number 1 on iTunes. It's going to be everywhere. It's because I'm standing up for the people's mayor, Glenn R.J. Willett. He's beefing. He's got beef with MC Hammer. Can you believe it?
So you need to write a rap for that for sure. And you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I'm standing up for Glenn today. And I guess by extension, now I'm beefing with Hammer, which is very scary.
Are you going to sit down when you do the rap, or are you going to stand up and really act it out?
I'll be seated because I'm going to need to see the lyrics. I've not committed the lyrics to memory. I just, it just flowed out of me today when I was writing it. It's I wrote some dope rhymes. It's
love when that happens.
It's 16 bars of fire.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yo.
16 bars?
16 bars of
That's
fire.
a song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm keeping it real with y'all. That's what's up. So look forward to that.
Me too.
Excellent, excellent. So Diane, when did we have you on before? It was.
That was last year, I think. Last year.
Yeah, I mean, time all kind of it blurs, gets very blurry.
It does get blurry. You're right.
But you're and we played. Actually, I think we played a number of your songs. But under the project Rock D Love. Mm-hmm. And now you've got a new, is it a holiday song? Is it a Christmas song specifically?
It's a Christmas song. It's definitely a softer song and a softer side of me. But
yeah,
it's under Diane Ruggiero instead. It's called It's Christmas Time for Love.
Okay.
And there's a really cute story about it. Do you want to hear it?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you see this little star necklace I have on?
Yeah. Oh, let me put the camera on you so we can kind of.
Can you see my star necklace?
Kind of see it. Yeah. Can't zoom in, but.
So this star necklace sat in my car for almost 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Under my seat. Oh, wait. It went from pocketbook to pocketbook, like, all over the place. In my cup holder, in my dash, in my little, that little part under your radio.
Oh, yeah.
Broken, because I broke it, but I love it. I love it so much. And so one day I found it under my seat, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to vacuum this up. I got to go to the jewelry store. Yeah. So I put it in my cup holder again so I would see it, and I went down to the jewelry store the next day, and I just said to him, I love this little star necklace. Can you just fix it? I know it's not really that big of a deal. It's not expensive, but, we'll fix it. It's $10. Okay, come back in 10 days. So when I left and I got in the car, I had written this Christmas song a while back, and I never really pitched it like I should have. Yeah. So I thought
What do you mean when you say pitched it? What do you mean?
I never pitched it to record companies. I never really pitched it to get it sold, or I kind of got lazy and didn't stick to how that happens.
Oh yeah, of course.
Or you start writing another song like, I love this song, and then you play it a few times, you're like, I'm sick of that song, I'm going to write another song.
Yeah.
So I never pitched it, and I left the jewelry store, and I decided I'm going to call them up. I bet you this would be great for like an ad for Christmas, because it's a Christmas time for love. That's perfect for a jewelry ad. Yeah. So I called up the owner, and she's like, oh, well, send it to me. I'll listen to it with my partners. I'm like, really? Because people are not that open. Yeah. And she really was really open.
Oh, good.
Which was great. And it was a timing thing.
Yeah.
So I sent her the song on a file, and like literally the next day, she got back to me and said, we love the song. We're sending it over to the radio station, and we're going to see what we could do with it and put it to our Christmas ad for the season. And we'll send it to you and let you know how it comes out, blah, blah, blah. So with that, she sent it to 94.1, which is where they advertise. That's the Lakes region. Yeah. And Jeff Leviton heard it.
I know Jeff. Yeah.
So he heard the song. So he sent it to his wife and a couple of other friends. He's like, what do you think of this song? And he sent it to Fred and Amy to listen to it.
Yep, I know Fred and Amy very well.
This song. Yeah. He goes into the radio station. He's like, who wrote that song? And they said, me, Diane Ruggiero. I have her necklace. He's like, well, I want to put this in the holiday rotation on 2 stations. Wow. Give me your number. Well, she called me and said, can he call you? I'm like, absolutely. Can he call me? So he calls me, and he's like, we love this song. Can we put it in the holiday rotation on 106.9 and 94.1? I immediately said, no, I'm just kidding. I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. And the whole thing is like, you could be sitting on a gold mine or sitting on a special song and you don't know it. It's just the timing of things.
Right.
And I'm not saying this is going to develop into anything huge, but
it could.
Just the thought of like having it on the radio.
Yeah.
Basically, like, that's what songwriters and singers want to hear is themselves out there.
Yeah.
So.
Can you pull that mic up a little bit? I just realized.
Sorry.
There we go. Just want to make sure we can hear it. So, now, have you been driving and you hear it come on the radio?
So I email Fred once in a while because I do events at Meredith Bay Colony Club. And
Yeah.
I said, Fred, tell me when it's going to be on. When do you usually play? He's like, oh, I play it usually at this time, but tell me when you're driving. And
oh, cool.
And I'll play it.
Yeah.
And I told him at like 10 to 9. I shouldn't have said that because I'm always late. So
oh, no.
So I think he's been trying to play it. I haven't heard it yet, but I said because I got interviewed on Laconia Sun.
Yeah.
I said, if I hear it and I'm driving, I'm going to pull up next to someone and roll down my windows and like tell them, that's my song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because that's always a cool thing, getting to hear
really
yourself on the radio. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has any of your music been played on the radio? I mean, I know we played some things here, but.
Yeah, I mean, I had it on, well, it wasn't like in the regular rotation. It was way back. Love Fix was on the radio as a special show, like this
Oh,
kind
okay.
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like in a regular rotation.
Yeah.
So this is really exciting.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, very good. Well, let's take a listen, shall we?
Sure.
Let's see. I've got it queued up and ready to go, and this is called Christmas Time for Love.
It's actually called It's Christmas Time for Love.
Oh, It's Christmas Time for Love. All right, very good. So this is It's Christmas Time for Love. This is the premiere of it here on WMNH by Diane Ruggiero. And let's take a listen to this.
Tom Dinar.
It's Christmas and I love you. Don't need presents, only want you. It's Christmas, bells are ringing. I'm so happy that I found you. It's Christmas and I knew that I would love you. And it's true that every day feels like a present. Angels singing, how'd you do that? It's Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love. It's Christmas and you love me. I'm so happy that you found me. It's Christmas, one and only, ever after, love surrounds me. It's Christmas and I knew that I would love you. And it's true that every day feels like a present. Angels singing, how'd you do that? It's Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love. It's Christmas and I knew that I would love you. And it's true that every day feels like a present. Angels singing, how'd you do that? It's Christmas time for love. Oh Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love. Oh yeah, it's Christmas time for love.
Very nice, Diane Ruggiero. Wonderful.
Thank you.
What were you? I muted you, and I didn't realize you were starting to say.
Oh, Dominic DiNardo on sax from Manchuca. Well, he's not in Manchuca. He had founded the band Manchuca.
I was going to say the name is familiar.
Yeah, and so he played lead sax in Manchuca.
Okay.
And he's no longer in the band, but he's retired.
Oh, okay.
But he's a great sax player.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
He definitely got the vibe of it all.
Yeah, totally. Now, so now who else played on it?
I played on it, and the person in the studio, I can't remember the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the person in the studio did the bass, and I did keys. Dom did sax and lead guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. What do you remember? What studio it was at?
It was a home studio.
Oh,
it was
okay.
a home studio, and I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's remarkable, though, and I think we talked about this a little bit before too. Last time you were here, how we live in an era where you can really do some great sounding stuff in a home studio, and just sounds incredible.
Yeah, it was a state of the art.
Yeah.
Home studio though was really quality.
I am going to acknowledge that you're here, John, because people can see you on Facebook Live. John Hopwood is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hi, John.
Now, John hasn't bought new music since 1991.
No, I have not.
But
we've seen some great acts,
exactly,
on the show.
Exactly, yes.
We met Anna, who's might be around in December.
Anna Madsen, yeah. Now, where can people get this? Is this currently available for people to buy? Or?
It's available on all the music app stores.
Okay.
Most people know iTunes. It's available on iTunes
Yeah.
for purchase, and a portion of it goes to Music Cares, portion of the sales.
Okay.
So it's definitely partly going to charity as well.
And what is Music Cares? Because I think a lot of people probably have heard of Music Cares, but don't know what it is.
It's actually the Grammy organization that helps musicians when they're in dire need of something, like whether it be a doctor bill or a mortgage or health issues. In fact, in New York, they have clinics for musicians because they know, working musicians don't really get insurance.
Right.
It's like the Actors Fund, the SAG, Screen Actors Guild.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So they're a big organization. I think last year, the year before, Bob Dylan was one of the biggest donators.
Oh, no kidding.
So tons of money in that organization, but well used. So people who really make it usually donate. They have a big gala at the end of each year. I think it's Rock Center.
Okay.
Last year they had Fleetwood Mac.
We have a call. This could be a fan. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton, Unleashed in the Afternoon. Who's this?
Hey, Matt. It's Ridley.
Oh, hey, Dave Ridley. Hey, we're talking with Diane Ruggiero. I don't know if you heard her new song that we just played. It's Christmas Time for Love.
Oh, thank you. Always good to...
You're welcome, Dave.
Hear something pleasant.
Yes. Did you have a question or anything for Diane?
Well, I was actually calling in about something political, but I don't want to change the subject more than is appropriate.
I might have to Peter White you.
Yes, because Dave, you should listen to the show before you call in.
Dave, do you want to call back in the second hour?
Right, that'd be good.
I may do that.
Yeah, give us a call back in the second hour. I did. By the way, I don't know if you heard. I did play the clip though from the morning show the other day when Peter was like, "Yeah, maybe you should hang up." That was pretty funny.
I just came back from Concord, Dave, where after two ballots, Bill Gardner won.
He did, yes. Yeah. But we can talk about that later. Plus, in the second hour, I'm going to be debuting my new diss track, "Taste the Beef."
In honor of the Bishop of Gob?
No, but close. Well, sort of, yes.
He went through a brutal battle himself to become Bishop of Gob.
Absolutely.
So we hadn't seen him so long.
Yeah.
I'm so out of the loop.
I know.
I gotta come here more often.
That's right. You should.
do
Yeah.
I gotta
that.
not work as often so I can actually listen to the show.
There you go.
But then you'll be appreciative that you were out of the loop.
Yeah, that's true. You might regret being in the loop, as many people do.
No.
But Dave, give us a call later.
That's the plan.
All right, brother. Thank you. I think I handled that much more nicely
Dave's
than
gotta-
Peter did. Peter was mean to him.
Dave has got to listen to the show. Because remember when we were first, it used to irritate me. He
Yeah.
would be talking about something, he'd come off.
Yeah.
Then you get used to it.
Yeah. But Peter was mean to him. Did you hear that? And Peter's not a mean person usually, but he was mean to Dave the other day.
Well, Dave doesn't really know them but the morning show.
That's true. That's true. Well, he learned in a hurry, didn't he?
As you often will with Peter.
That's right. That's right. So what was and I think I had started to ask where you can get it. Did we?
iTunes.
iTunes. Yeah.
iTunes or a couple of the app stores should have it.
Okay.
I think Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
All different app stores.
Yeah.
It should be on all of those because it's TuneCore will disperse it.
Right. Right. Okay. And TuneCore, for people who don't know, I've never used it myself, but I'm kind of familiar with it.
I
It's
just learned about it, and so they actually take your music and they send it to all the app stores. You tell them where you want it to go. You pay a one-time fee,
Yeah.
and then they track the sales, and they takes a couple of months if you do any amount of money.
Yeah.
And then they can put it right into your account.
Royalties.
So they manage it. They
Yeah.
manage it for you.
Oh, so that's a good resource.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. TuneCore.
Absolutely. Well, we should play another one of your songs. I'll let you pick. Mr. Hopwood hasn't heard you yet,
It's
so
gonna
this
be
is
on the wall.
Yeah, I'll put it on this.
I call it the wall.
The wall, yes.
Because you are. There's the wall.
Right.
There's the
Yeah.
wall.
And there's
the fake wall.
And on the
Fake
wall,
wall.
yes. Well, no, that's real brick. How
As long
dare
as
you?
That is
don't-
not real.
I laid that brick myself.
As long as you don't wrap yourself in the Queen City flag, you'll be fine.
That's
Okay.
right. Yes,
I'm
that is
staying right here.
that is verboten in this establishment. Yes.
Fair button.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we. All right, what do you want to play, Diane?
How about Just Get Loose? Because this is totally different from the Christmas song. It's
Yes.
definitely a rock and roll song.
Well, you could, if you thought about making a variation of it, Just Get Loose for Christmas. I don't know. That's a terrible idea. I'm
There
sorry.
you go.
I have a lot of bad ideas.
No, that was not a bad idea.
If you're listening, no, trust me, if you're listening in the second hour on your way home, you'll realize I do have very bad ideas.
But you're still here. Obviously, someone likes them.
I'm still here.
Only because he has a
he
secret
pays
Santa.
to stay on the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is this and this by the way? So this is under Rock D Love, but is it? I mean,
Yeah.
do you still consider it a Rock D Love song, or is it a Diane Ruggiero song, or doesn't matter?
It doesn't really
One and the
even
same.
matter. Yeah,
okay. But if
definitely.
people are looking for it on SoundCloud, they can look under Rock D Love.
Yeah, this song is on SoundCloud. Christmas Time for Love is not.
Right. Right.
Yep.
All right. Let's take a listen. This is Just
And
Get Loose.
people.
Here I am, Mama, standing right in front of you. You can't see 'cause you're blinded by the things you do.
Just Get Loose. Diane Ruggiero is here with us in the studio. Am I still saying your name correctly?
You still like to do that.
Oh, whoops! Sorry about that. I forgot
okay.
that SoundCloud autoplays.
Ruggiero.
Oh
Leo.
no! See,
I heard
now,
when I was coming
This is
out.
a hard name.
But that's what I think of it. That's what it is. Ruggiero.
Ruggiero. You can say that. That's
Well,
how my grandfather would say it.
I'm thinking I'm the family guy. Remember, he grows a mustache.
Oh,
so you
yes.
can keep that.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes into the Italian. You can't do that. And they go, come on. They start arguing.
don't you think she just has too many vowels? It's just too many vowels. Is the problem.
I'm Hopwood. I got 3 O's. And if you put John, I got 4 O's in my name.
Yeah,
Reason.
but that's true.
And
That's
you're
a lot
not
of
even
O's.
Italian.
No.
That's true. That's all you've got is O's for vowels. All your vowels
Yeah.
are O's.
Oh, yeah, John Hopwood.
See, if I ever write a diss track about you, I'm going to mention that in it. All your vowels are O's.
John Hopwood. So there's 4 O's, but only 1 H. Because
Oh.
of Jon.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh. And my ex-wife is a classically trained musician. She says, I'm tone deaf. She wouldn't even let me sing in the shower.
Now, I disagree. Now, John has sung on the show before, and I say he has a golden throat.
Really?
I might be using the term golden a bit loosely,
You gonna sing something?
but he does have a
Why
throat.
not? I was
Okay.
thinking of
Ooh.
something. I was going to sing a song for Rich Gerard, but...
No, let's not. Yeah.
Well, it's just an old ditty.
Oh, yeah.
Now he shot me down.
That's really weird. That was my mother's maiden name, Gerard.
It's a common name.
Ooh.
It is?
She's French-Canadian? We
What's
don't use Franco-American here because, I'm part French-Canadian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come Quebec.
Yes.
And Glenn, we don't even know if... he's got 2 birthplaces.
What is Matt?
Oh,
Matt's just a
Matt.
Nick.
Irish, yes.
Oh.
Okay, so-
Connarton's an
I should
Irish
have
name.
known
See his
that.
melon
That's
head?
Irish. That's
Yeah,
Irish
you can
for
tell by
sure.
the size of my head. I have this giant Irish melon.
You know what somebody said to me after my mother passed away? That I'd known like almost I'd known all my life, but not like we're friends. We'd gone through kindergarten through high school with. And he says my mother was, Eileen Patricia Horgan Hopwood. He says, that's why you have that complexion. I always thought you were to the manor born.
Oh,
You
my.
got an English name.
Yes.
But are you all Italian?
All Italian.
Where from? Do you know which
Yeah,
part they're
Naples. Napolitan.
from? Jesus. Yeah, oh yeah. That's still Italian.
It is Italian.
But when you get to the northern Italians, like Rudy Giuliani, you get some problems.
Oh,
we
yeah.
all have problems.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what makes us great.
well.
But Naples is
I don't know.
Italy.
I don't think of Giuliani as maybe once great. Yeah.
Why, is he from Naples?
No, he's
No,
a
it's
northern
just-
Italian. When he became mayor, he had a chef, and it was northern Italian cuisine. And to all the Italian, that really irritates you. Because they have tribes there too.
Absolutely.
Italy was made up of different principalities and that.
Absolutely.
And then you get the Sicilians. But the Italians, if you go to, have you been to Italy?
No, isn't that awful?
Oh, it's amazing.
I know.
They're the
I'm
most
going.
wonderful people
I'm
on
going.
earth.
Yeah.
And the prettiest girls are in Rome.
I've heard
Yeah.
a lot of great things, and I have to go.
Yeah.
I saw the episode of The Sopranos where they went to Italy. Does that
you
count?
haven't been either?
No, I haven't.
No, it's terrible that I haven't been there because I probably have so many relatives there. Like if I
Yeah.
did my genealogy.
Yeah, most likely.
I went to Hopwood. There's no Hopwoods. There's
Yeah.
only a little town
Really?
near Birmingham. There's 5 nuclear power plants in a
Oh,
row, and then there's
geez.
Hopwood.
It's almost like Jersey.
Yeah.
I think Birmingham's worse.
I could say that because I grew up in Jersey. So
There you go.
Where
There
in
you go.
Jersey?
I grew up in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, right near the Meadowlands.
Well, that-
11
that's
miles
not
out of
that
New
bad.
York
That's-
City.
That's okay.
Not back in the day, though. They were dumping bodies in the river.
Oh, when I was, but see, I'm 59. When I was a kid, 1971, you'd go through on 95. The pollution was hideous, and when you get to New Jersey, it was the stench and everything up there. But it's not. There's
Depends
parts that are
where.
nice.
Yeah, definitely depends
where you are, because there's some really rich BITCH people there.
Yeah.
But weren't you telling me about being there when you were a kid and you and your friends playing in the garbage or something? Was
That's
that in
here
New
and there.
Jersey?
No, in Manchester, New Hampshire, before the EPA in 70, we played in the
thought that was-
Piscataqua River,
Oh.
and they dumped raw sewage. And
Yep.
he's all shocked. We're
That-
playing
yep.
amongst species. Well, what else are we going to do?
Right, of course.
It's there.
You
And,
play
you're-
amongst the
Oh, with
species.
the mutant carp.
That's true. There are people that remember when the carp used to come up,
Oh, yeah.
but they all died.
The Passaic River in New Jersey, they were like
Oh yeah.
They were like gigantic because of
Really?
all the toxins in the water and all the garbage.
Were they really that big?
Oh yeah, they were huge.
Wow.
Huge carp.
Jeez.
Well, we didn't have that. We just had the suckerfish and the hornpout, which is a catfish. But you couldn't eat them. You'd throw them back in. But here's the thing.
No one fished for them.
My
here.
father lived in Tennessee, in a middle-class neighborhood, of course, where, he hated squirrels because he was a big bird guy. So he'd take a 9mm and shoot them right out the window. And it's Tennessee. Nobody cares. Later on, he's in Connecticut, on Danbury. Oh, you can only eat a Red Ryder, with that.
Oh, my
Just
God.
better. But the TVA, the nuclear plant, we were out there looking at stuff like weeds, just like 5-10 times thicker than they should.
Isn't
be.
Really?
that amazing?
Wow.
It's
And there's
crazy.
nothing wrong. Nothing's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. That's Dave Colapinto about nukes.
Yeah. No,
that was his first whistleblower.
Crazy.
I can imagine. Hey, speaking of your name and the challenges of it, have you ever been in a situation where maybe you're playing a show or something and you see your name on a poster and they've spelled it wrong?
Does that happen to you, Matt?
No, but I have had where they forgot to put my name up.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's
And then the last person's
that's
name
even
was
worse.
still there. That's
Oh,
worse.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
I'm like,
Wow.
excuse me?
Yeah. That has not happened to me, John, because I have not had a solo career.
Oh.
I've only played in bands. But after today,
One thing.
Today,
today I'm
you're the master rapper.
today I'm coming out as a solo artist. Yes.
You're coming out again? Geez, you come out as so many things.
I
The
know.
Yeti was the worst.
I'm trying to appeal to every group possible.
Do you know he's can't pronounce an Italian name. He's a Yeti American.
That's why I'm so hairy.
Well, that's you're
You're talking to an Italian about Harry.
I understand.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Once you see them spray, your life will never be same again.
Yeah, well, we try not to let anyone see us spray because then we get yelled at and discriminated against. Or everybody's like, "Hey, you can't do that." I'm like, "I'm a Yeti. It's what we do."
That's why he has the Mickey Mouse trousers, but with the drop top and back.
Mm-hmm.
But the big yellow buttons, that's too much.
You're giving away all my secrets.
Hey,
Why is it too much? It's my heritage. How dare you?
they say
He's
there's
very insulting.
a cultural paradigm since we're all being bigoted, And I can be
I
a
haven't-
wasp or
I haven't
Irish or
said- I haven't
frog, whatever I want to
said
be.
it. You're the only one being bigoted.
That Italian Americans have a culture with music. It's
Yes,
very important.
Absolutely.
It's the culture. And
I like that you brought that up.
the great pop
My
singers
dad
post-war.
inspired me. Mm-hmm.
But even before that, you had the great Caruso was a pop star, the great opera
Absolutely.
singer.
And my dad would sing Caruso.
Oh,
My
really?
Dad, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have a mirror
Around the
with Caruso.
table. Yep.
Yeah.
He loved Caruso.
Was he a big part of raising you as a musician?
Yeah,
Is
he
it-
made us all sing around the table and
Oh, no kidding.
harmonize.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
I
That's
used
cool.
to sing for quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no
He would
kidding.
tell his friends, "All right, get your quarters ready. My daughter's going to sing." Yeah, and he would say, "Can you?"
No
sing?"
kidding.
And they would give me quarters.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So you have sisters and brothers,
I
or
have two sisters and a brother.
and are they also musicians?
No, but
No?
my sister married, who has passed now. I don't know. Do you remember Shirley and Company? Remember that band?
No.
Remember the song "Shame, Shame, Shame"?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was the band, Shirley and Company.
Oh, okay.
So she married a musician. He was this close to so close to making it.
Yeah.
They wrote a song with the Moments, and supposedly the Moments stole it or something. My sister was a good singer at one time. She stopped singing, but
Yeah.
I seem to be the one. He always had us have piano lessons. We had
Wow.
a piano.
Yeah.
And my older sister was always into music, and she had friends in bands, and they would come over and they would say, "Here's a song I'm working on. See what you could do with it." And I would just put music to it or help with the lyrics, and it was always so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that kind of inspired me.
Let's say Caruso mirror. I'm using his magic.
My gosh.
Oh. You
Pagliacci.
what? Oh, okay. Here, if you sit at the I'll put the camera on you. You can hold it up for the. You can hold.
This is, I don't want them to see all the stuff in it.
Oh,
There's and Bobby. You didn't notice Bobby
What-
Kennedy. They'll give you the creeps again. He just doesn't like Bobby Kennedy.
no, it's not that. It's like a what was it of Bobby Kennedy? It was like a doll
What's
or
his-
something.
Doll. It's his wax head from the Hollywood Wax
Yeah, that's
Museum.
creepy. I don't like wax heads.
In a mirror, no less.
He's a big
Right, yeah.
These Yetis, with all the hairy chestedness, and how tall are you? About 6'1",
Maybe I am bigoted. I don't like wax people.
And and he's a big baby about wax figures. He also doesn't like mechanical, lifelike mechanical dolls, particularly if they're women.
Wait.
Well, I don't want to get my
like mechanical. Who has a lifelike mechanical doll?
Oh,
you
don't know Tales of Hoffman, the opera.
No, that's for the other show.
Oh, wrong show.
That's for Matt Connarton Unsheathed, and that's not.
We're not talking
we
about
don't carry that
the
here.
real doll.
We don't carry that here at WMNH. That's only available on the dark web, and I'm legally prohibited from telling you how to find it.
Okay.
Yes. So what are you showing us now on this radio show? It's theater of the mind.
There it is.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, he was.
That's creepy.
He was waxed in L.A.
The wax head.
Ruggiero, and I was following the New Hampshire primary.
It is creepy.
You have a picture of a wax person.
See, so it's not just me. It's
Where's
creepy,
that
right?
head, though? Is that in your house?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
man.
Isn't that creepy?
You can see the
That's so
Yeah.
creepy.
See, I wouldn't want a wax head in my house.
No, me either.
Yeah, it's weird. What is it, Madame Trousseau's? Is that where they?
No, from the Hollywood Wax
where they have
Museum.
the. Hold that up. Hold it up. I got the camera on you.
Oh, I'm not gonna, because there's things surrounding it.
Well,
Things
private
that
things?
compromise
Like
me.
like what? Like what?
a hairbrush.
A hairbrush.
That wasn't
wow.
a hairbrush.
Oh.
Now he knows that I stole his hairbrush. It's disgusting to watch him groom himself. Well, at least when I found out though, with the hairbrush, he doesn't, like what a dog does. You could write some songs about him.
See now.
You can write another rap.
Well, that's the thing. So if somebody wants to write a diss track about me, they'll be able to now.
You wrote the rap.
He wrote the rap.
No, I wrote the rap.
I don't believe you.
My alter ego, M-Sizzel, it's called, what did I say it's called? I can't remember what I titled it now.
The Glenargio.
Something about
the Bishop of Gob.
What the hell did I say it was called, though?
Darn
I can't remember now.
I can't remember either.
Something about the beef. Bring the beef or something?
It was something to do with the beef. Oh, yeah, because as part of becoming Bishop of Gob, you have these elaborate clothes. It's almost like being Catholics, but they're not. But part of it was a cod. Remember, he had to get the silver cod piece.
Yeah.
And the fitting and all that. Oh, it's very elaborate to run for Bishop of Gob.
So context. Glenn R.J. Willett, who is beefing with MC Hammer, is running for Bishop of Gob. It's very exciting. Well, he hasn't announced that he hasn't announced that he's running.
It wasn't enough.
He still has to win.
What about the pack? We should talk about Italian singing. Who was your favorite? Did you Frank Sinatra? Did they have you have Frank Sinatra in the house
my
as a girl?
dad loved Frank Sinatra.
The phrasing is so brilliant.
Well, he grew up close to where my dad grew up, so in Hoboken.
No kidding. Yeah, Frank was from that. He was supposed to be. He was originally cast in On the Waterfront, but Brando was the bigger star.
Right. Yep.
And and he never forgave Elia Kazan for that.
For what?
For putting Brando in the role.
Oh.
That he wanted that role because he was Terry Malloy. But then again, Brando had a great performance.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Have you, Diane? Have you scored anything for television or movies or anything like that? Seems like that would kind of be up your alley to do.
You know what's bad about me, Matt? And I said this last time I was on, that I'm bad at marketing myself. So
you need Colin Van Alstern. He doesn't have a job now.
I have to be more proactive on, but I'm so busy during the week. And,
right.
And then by the time the weekend comes, I'm playing a gig. So it's just, I have to be more tenacious about submitting my music, shopping it, pitching it.
Yeah.
It's just not smart. I'm sure I could have things in movies.
Right.
I just, I'm not good at promoting myself.
Yeah.
I need an agent.
Well, no, but maybe this experience will kind of give you a little bit of a jump start with the success you're having with the song.
I finally did make an Instagram page.
There's
nothing on it.
Right.
But I'm on it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's a good first step.
Yeah.
Well, we will. We'll start to wrap up with you, but I want
You're leaving
to.
so soon?
Well, she's got someone waiting for her. I did tell her she's welcome to stay, but she's got someone.
Bring someone up too.
Well, that's what I suggested.
Yeah, you want to have some more.
That's fine with me. Yeah.
Some more. Bigger job.
Yeah, but if you want, well, why don't we do this? We'll end this segment, but yeah, you're welcome to go get them and come back.
Okay.
What was the song that you wanted to play? The other one?
Too Many Times.
Too Many Times. Yeah. So we'll give this a spin.
Okay.
And then we'll come back. Diane will come back. John Hopwood is here. And,
John C. Hopwood.
Oh, John C. Hopwood,
That's my
yes.
professional name. That's what I'm called in Roger Stone's book.
Oh, good.
Who took the Fifth Amendment.
Yes. Very wise of him, probably. All right. This is Too Many Times by Diane Ruggiero. Did I say it right?
Ruggiero.
It is Ruggiero.
Ruggiero.
What did I say?
You said Ruggiero. That's
Ruggiero.
not that bad, though. I like
I
it.
like it. You know,
Yeah, it's kind of eloquent.
It is Ruggiero.
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 That's too Jersey. The way he says it,
You're right.
even if he is a bristly, so and so. But Yetis are famous for their what is that called? The Saskatchewan love call, or is that just?
Oh, let's
when
hear
you're
it,
a
Matt.
Canadian?
That's a vicious lie.
Did all that stuff?
You've been watching that Ancient Aliens show, haven't you?
Oh, you
That's
believe
where
in
you get
ancient
this stuff.
aliens?
I'm not
Say
answering
yes. Oh, we'll take her up to the fourth floor, but you might slip into another dimension.
That's right. Well, we want to be very careful about
Gary's
that.
up there.
I'm sure he is.
Oh,
Yes. All right. This is Too Many Times by Diane Ruggiero.
Yes,
Ruggiero.
almost. You almost had it.
Ruggiero.
Ruggiero. You did
Ruggiero.
it, Matt. Congratulations.
Okay. I don't know why I struggle with that so much. Here it is.
How many times do I have to tell you that I don't want to love you no more? So many times I sent you again. Now I'm kicking you out the virtual door. Where was that freeze up in your heart? Can't melt the ice with my fiery touch. I should have known right from the start that you'd use me, abuse me, yeah, make me a crush. How many times do I have to kill this as you rise from the dead and devour my soul? Why in the world do I always miss this? I'm gonna simmer down, give you back what you stole. Tripping on legends every day. Miserably happy in every way. I'm alive with the pain. Why don't you stay? I'm a gift that you threw on the floor in a trash. Rip my heart from my chest. I'm all done. Kiss my ass, 'cause I've done this too many times. How in the hell can I fix you? Broken in love with a permanent hole. I'm gonna simmer down, give you back what you stole. Maybe you come
federal pen with former Trump advisors in a row. We're beginning to hear about indictments. No more alibis. And the tip that will make them slip are the witnesses who flip when they testify. All the FBI stings and the birdies that sing of their multitudinous sins. A sentence of years from a jury of peers to the sound of sad violins. And Democrats can hardly wait as next year soon begins. We're beginning to hear about indictments, federal courts and more. We are guessing that you will plead from subpoenas that you'll see nailed to your front door. Nailed to your front door.
Just wanted to hear the beginning again. I love that saxophone.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that, huh, John? We had Diane Ruggiero.
When I was coming down from
here.
Concord.
Yes. You were were you listening?
Yeah.
Well, of course you were, yes.
You can only listen, though, when you get where 293 and 93.
Oh.
Because there's a big country western station from the coast that, it just overwhelms you.
So Diane might be coming back in, or she might be on her way home. She wasn't sure if she'd be able to come back up or not. But no, that's really good, and we'll obviously play it again. Before the end of the holiday season here on the program. And Jenny in the Facebook live chat says, "Hi, Hoppy."
Hi, Jenny. I know now why you don't ever want to be a state rep again.
Yeah.
Everybody. That was unbelievable.
So, for those who don't know, of course, so Bill Gardner triumphant.
It was unbelievable. The Democratic Party of Ray Buckley and Kathy Sullivan and company tried to ramrod Colin Van Osten, who I call Conman Van Osten, with his used car salesman's grin that never changed, even when he lost. And that's putting down used car salesmen.
Oh, my goodness.
But, I'm sitting with the press, and the people are from outside. They would just, and we're not exactly, people are probably not as cynical as I am, but they were aghast by what they were saying.
You suspect there's people who are not as cynical as you are?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow.
But they started out, you got to speak. They had speakers with them. And the first person that spoke for, not Bill Gardner, because for Conman Van Osten was Mary Huth, who's Kathy Sullivan's sister. Now, Kathy Sullivan used to be the head of the New Hampshire Democratic Party. She's on the DNC, and she passed the property, because it is a property, to Ray Buckley, who, had trouble taking over the property because of we won't talk about that scandal. Because Jim Craig would run for Congress and was on the DNC. I think he's the uncle of Mike Craig, Mayor Craig's husband.
Oh,
and he
okay.
took over for a while.
Yeah.
And then he was cleared because I guess a hard drive disappeared. And that's what Joe Lavasser.
Oh, a hard drive disappeared. It's probably with Hillary's emails.
But, yeah, it's strange when I saw Gary Hopper up there, and I went and apologized.
Oh, you and Gary made up?
Oh, yeah, because, it was... I was telling him, because we talked afterwards. He says, when I'm yelling at him, I was looking at you because I was back the time, remember when I had, I'm back when you're on the miscellany, BITCH.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's what flashbacks and all that stuff's like.
Yes.
And, I was mortified afterwards.
You do realize he recorded a diss track about you, right? Maybe he won't release it now that you're friends.
And do you think I'd care?
He's got dope rhymes. I ain't trying to play with you on that.
His grandson was with him. Al was up there, Al Baldessaro.
Yes.
So I tell you, people were... Because they knew what was going on. I have 54 pages of notes. It's not a big notebook.
Yeah.
But, I would like to write them out there. I'm exhausted. It gets hot up there. But we would have lost the primary. I think we're going to lose the primary anyways because, primary, its time is to go. when you play a game like that.
I can take the heat in the kitchen, and that's why I stay in the kitchen.
When did he say that? Is that from the? That's from. Wasn't that the soundbite in Gob?
I think so. Yeah.
That's what he was just with apron.
He said that in one of the debates.
The apron, and you think he doesn't have anything on,
right?
Because it does look like the apron. He's but then he drops the apron, and there's the cod piece.
That's right.
I think the dazzling.
It's hard to crack my nookie.
It was a cod piece. It's made out of like hammered silver. It is hard to crack his nookie.
It was very, very scandalous.
Is it harder than the melon? Is it as hard as a coconut?
I don't know. I'm not even quite sure what gob is. It's some part of Africa, right?
Mine's hard.
Yes, that cod piece. I don't even like. I wish that there was some way. To hell with the PTSD, that at the VA they could just get those images of the cod piece out of my mind, and I would sleep better.
Well, I think we'd all sleep better.
I can take the beef.
Is that what he was called in the cod piece?
Usually
they call it the cod.
Yes.
That must have been his strategy. Colin Van Osten's strategy failed. But,
All
Colin...
right, we got to go. We're running out of time for the show.
Oh, not yet, Glenn. We still have time.
Well, Glenn always did have he was ambivalent about beef versus fish.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Well,
I can take the beef.
You remember he and his wife, they won a disco dancing contest. What was it in... it wasn't Hodgepodge Lodge. It was something Chester Arthur, Maine, or Chester Arthur, Vermont.
He denies all of that, but he's very
Chester
humble.
Arthur, Maine. I mean Chester Arthur, Vermont.
Oh, you mean Van Buren, Ontario.
Oh, Van Buren, Ontario. I thought it was Jackson. Oh yeah, they renamed it Van Buren because Jackson was a slaveholder.
Did you see, by the way, and this, I'm not going to play it because it's strictly audio, but for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, today at George H.W. Bush's funeral, Trump arriving, Trump and Melania, and they shake hands with the Obamas, but Cheney's given Trump a look of disdain, just utter disdain. It's kind of funny.
I almost F-bombed there.
You almost had to hit the dump button.
Cheney is, I'm up there, and they got all this stuff about George H.W. Bush, a guy that used blatant racism. I can't think of any other president. Barry Goldwater wouldn't use that.
You're referring
and Nixon used the type of Southern strategy, but would never himself stoop to anything like that.
You're referring, of course, to the legendary Willie Horton ads.
And then he put that jackass on the Supreme Court, which was an insult. And then, he's such a wonderful guy. And then when he becomes a president, Jeez, I can't remember Uncle Harold's name. Oh, it's Uncle Harold. Uncle Harold's place is up in Kennebunkport, too. They closed the road. My mother. I think that's one of the reasons she became a Democrat after all those years.
Because of George H.W. Bush? Yeah. No.
He was nothing.
Technically the most popular president in American history.
Yeah, he mismanages.
He had a 91% approval rating after the first Gulf War.
Owned by the Saudis. Owned.
Well, they all are.
Lock, stock, and barrel. Yeah, but he was probably... Well, it goes back to Jimmy Carter through Burt Lance. Buckhead. The blacks took over Atlanta, which was booming. So, and then they were, so we'll build our own city with Arab money because the capital has to come back. And, that later became... The people involved with Burt Lance was BCCI, later BCCI, which then you get, remember Orangate. But, George Bush was nothing president. I mean, I've known people that have met him and stuff, like interviews, and very gracious.
That's what everyone
says.
Love
Barbara,
that he was personally a very decent man.
Yeah, but he was the head of CIA. What does that tell you? The company. He destroyed the crown jewels, all the evidence of, the assassination, spying on people. After the war, or Cold War, particularly in the 1950s, they financed all sorts of magazines. Partisan Review, which was hard left, anti-Stalinist, though, for people, if they are a Marxist, you're close to it. It all turns out it was financed by CIA.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to,
And as long as we're,
I don't get off on presidents.
We'll stay in the negative column for a moment.
I get off on first ladies.
Oh my! He did on his way out the door, of course, at the end of his presidency, pardon everyone associated with Iran-Contra, in theory to protect himself.
Yep, and there's other skills. I don't like him, and having to listen to that. There's a personal story I could tell you.
Oh, go ahead.
I can't tell you over the air.
Oh, you're a big tease. Your middle name, you should be...
Not as much as you when you start flicking that stump.
You should be John T. Hopwood. T for tease.
T for Trump. John Trump Hopwood.
Yeah.
President T. You know, I like being a writer so much better than Paul.
You about ready to hear some dope rhymes?
Yeah, dope rhymes?
That I am.
Yeah, dope rhymes?
Do you know the backstory of why I'm doing this? Why
I don't care.
I'm about to morph into my alter ego, M-Sizzel.
Can I say mofo?
You can.
Mofo, I don't care.
No.
Yeah, dope rhymes?
You just want to hear some dope rhymes. So yesterday on the show...
Dope rhymes, not cod rhymes.
Right,
Because that's blasphemous.
Right.
I can take the beef.
Yesterday on the show, we discovered... Is Glenn here, by the way?
I heard the show.
Did you see...
I heard the show, but I'm going to pretend I didn't.
Yes,
It's easier that way.
Did you see Glenn? Is he in the building? Did you see him upstairs?
I did see a strange streaking figure from the fourth, ejaculate from the window on the fourth floor in a cloud of what smelled like Brussels sprouts. I just thought that might be Diane's father.
No.
Might have been Glenn.
Might have been.
You know, Daryl, I don't like that because I'll sound like a snitch. He's a pusher. He's been pushing Brussels sprouts on people.
He has. I'm going to have to write a diss track. I'm going to write a diss track about him.
In fact, I
don't approve of that.
I think it's part of a covert program to get a little funding for rehab for Brussels sprouts.
So we discovered yesterday on the show, Glenn apparently has been beefing with MC Hammer. They got beef. So
MC Hammer has been for what, 36 years? 32?
Actually, he was big when you were still buying music. Do you have any MC Hammer in your collection? Is it Hammer Time at Hopwoods?
I used to know his real name.
It's something Burrell. His last name's Burrell.
Right. Yeah. And he used to work as a boy for Charlie Finley, who would never keep any staff in Oakland. He used to be the office boy at the Oakland A's. He'd take care of the 3 World Series trophies.
I didn't know that.
But isn't Glenn upset because of his, anti-gay bigotry?
Yeah,
or those just rhymes?
Glenn said a lot of disparaging things about MC Hammer, and then last night though the other twist that Glenn doesn't even know about
Twit
is
or twist. Is it a twit?
No, it's a twist.
It's not a tweet.
It's a twist.
Oh,
I got a
come
call.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. That was the rage when I was a boy.
I said...
Come on, baby.
That's why I always say...
Let's do the twist.
You have a golden throat.
Oh, then there's the fly. But we need the guitar doing the fly.
Sure, right. So we can't do the fly.
Yeah, it's the fly.
So I got a call from Hammer. And he was very upset. Because he called into the show the other day, and he was upset with me. And then I thought we kind of, glossed over everything, made everything right. But apparently he's upset with me again. And I said, yo, Hammer, I said, you don't be beefing with Glenn R.J. Willett, the people's mayor.
You be codding.
And then, I didn't say that. I wasn't going there. But, and he's like, yo, dog.
I thought your first romance was with that law. Oh, that was a haddock. Or was it a shad?
Terrible rumor.
I can take the beef.
But not the fish.
Not the fish. I don't like fish.
I know those shads, slimy.
So Hammer and I, we had some words. So I'm concerned that we've undone all the goodwill that we had built the other day on the show. I know, right? He is.
Glenn or
Glenn
MC?
MC Hammer. Glenn's right.
But he's a Mo C.
I'm sticking up for my boy, Glenn R.J. Willett, because I said to him yesterday on the show, I said, Glenn, if I help you, will you record a diss track?
You've never forgiven him for adopting the boys that became Milli Vanilli.
MC Hammer or Glenn?
Glenn.
No, I've forgiven him. I've forgiven him.
Just because in the last gasp of his career as Discotheques, he did a little,
I don't think that adoption of Rob and Fab quite worked out. But
no, it didn't.
Mine's hard.
But anyway, so no, I of course, Glenn and I are boys, so
Sexy Man and the tyke that run the crotch cam at the Studio 50.
I don't think of him that way, but
well, you were just a boy.
But anyway, so if Hammer gonna come at Glenn R.J. Willette, I'm coming at the Hammer.
What's your rap name?
I got a M-Sizzel. My name is M-Sizzel.
So, you're selling the sizzle, not the steak. That's what Colin Van Austin.
My skills never fizzle.
Did they sizzle?
I dog. See, I'm morphing in the
fizzle,
M-Sizzel.
sizzle. Oh,
that's
and
what's
like,
up.
What's that thing under your neck? Gristle.
Yeah,
Does that rhyme with sizzle?
Nah, no gristle on this steak.
Oh, that's.
Know what I'm saying?
That's like below the equator.
That's what's up.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
This sounds like something very retro.
Are you ready for some dope rhymes?
Yeah, dope
I
rhymes.
always am.
Yeah, dope rhymes.
Here we go. Now this is for Glenn R.J. Willette.
Lucky Glenn.
This is called Taste the Beef.
That's very much of the Bush era, Bush 41 era.
I'm gonna mute y'all's mic during this.
Almost that bombed again.
yeah, I'm gonna mute y'all's mic during this.
One of those things that,
a shot collar?
Oh, geez, how many of those have you managed to slip out of?
Oh, yeah. All right, Hammer. You don't step to my boy, Glenn R.J. Willette. Yo, Hammer, all this beefing you doing with Glenn R.J. Willette is wickety whack. Glenn's beef is poison. If you eat it, you're likely to have a heart attack. And besides, what you thinking stepping to Glenn? Don't you know he's French-Canadian? He ain't playing, dog. He'll slice you and dice you quicker than 1950s teen idol Fabian. Still keeping his pimp hand strong in Manch Vegas, just like he always done in the past. I suggest you bow to the people's mayor before he unleashes, and do it fast. Hammer, you sending 60 rolling, don't you ever dare threaten the people's mayor. He older and wiser, was wearing Kevlar when you still assemble genie pants on a conveyor. Hammer, watch yourself. Glenn might just turn your mother out, boo. And when he's done, he might even turn your daddy brothers and cousins out, too. You say you can't touch this? Glenn got snow on the roof, don't worry about it. But come correct, or the people's mayor likely to shove his cane right up where you sit. Back in Van Buren, Glenn grew up the hard way. He knows what struggle is, dog. Whereas you bought your fame and then blew 30 mil just trying to live too high on the hog. Too legit to quit and apologize? Hammer, now your fate is sealed. We always got Glenn's back in Manch Vegas. No worries, dog. Our eyes are peeled. Yeah, that's for my boy Glenn R.J. Willette. Hammer not stepping to diss.
What?
You want to drop a rhyme? Go ahead.
I have to say them, though.
MC Hopwood gonna freestyle. Gonna freestyle a dope rhyme. All right, yup, dog. Yup, dog, I'm passing you the mic.
Yeah, dope rhymes? Yeah, dope rhymes?
A piece of God, my God.
Time for 16 bars from MC Hopwood.
I don't even know what a bar
rhymes?
is, except that some people are waiting for me at a bar.
Yeah, dope
Dude,
rhymes?
if I started doing it, everything would be an insanity. You know that.
Mine's hard.
Play your
Mine's
card.
hard.
Card, right? Not card.
Love you, son. Mine's hard.
Oh. Jeez.
Is it hotter than the melon? Is it as hard as a coconut?
Oh, yeah. That's what's up. M-Sizzel in the house.
I can take the beef.
But can he take the
We're
grief?
ready to have the phone go ding-a-ding.
Can he take the grief?
Can the Bishop God take the grief?
Can he take the grief?
Can he take the grief? He can take the beef.
Now y'all got to rhyme it with something.
Beef and grief.
Oh, all right.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the card in there without getting God.
All right.
My God.
Here we go.
Dude, no. I'm very white bread. You want me to show you my legs?
That's all right.
The only things I know that rhyme are going to be filthy.
Y'all got to self-edit, dog. All right, here you go.
That's not so that good.
Here you go. Passing you.
What are they going to throw me off the air for this time? A mug?
Passing you to Mike.
Yeah, dope rhymes?
Dope rhyme.
Let's hear some dope rhymes. Dog, come on.
I guess you have to get into this, huh?
Yeah.
What rhymes with Grimes?
Grimes. Rhymes rhyme with Grimes.
But what's Grimes?
Grimes, rhymes, times, chimes. Come on, dog.
Chimes.
Yeah, chimes.
The chimes on the cod piece?
It's like dope chimes.
Piece of cod.
Dope rhymes?
Dope rhymes and dope chimes. Yeah. That's what's up. All right, your turn.
I seem to have missed this part of the 1980s.
I'm passing you the mic.
You got to pass water, pass gas.
Nah, it's the mic, dog. Take the mic.
You do some of your stuff again, and let's see if I can come in on that.
I already. I see. All right.
I doubt it, but
all right.
There's a margarita waiting for me. Maybe if I had the margarita first, I could do this.
All right, I started. Yo, Hammer, all this beefing you doing with Glenn R.J. Willette is wickety whack.
Something with Shaq?
Yeah.
Well, Shaq O'Neal or Shacked Up?
Yeah.
Put your I want to say something filthy in the shack.
Yeah.
Shack, what? Crap. See?
Yeah.
This is like a litmus test.
It's like
that I'm perpetually 13 years old.
All right, we try another one. And besides, what you thinking stepping to Glenn? Don't you know he's French-Canadian?
French-Canadian. Not French-Canadian. French-Canadian.
Yo, dog. No critiquing my flow.
And for those black rocks, he has a yen? Black rock. Black rock. Black rock.
Oh, yeah.
Get a yen. That's our Glenn. Black rock. Black rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dope rhymes?
Sexolets. Discotheques.
Yeah, dope rhymes?
Sexolets. From Van Buren, Quebec.
Yeah, getting in the flow.
Is it hotter than the melon? Is it as hard as a coconut? I can take it.
I can't even possibly come back to that one. Coconut.
All right.
Put the lime in the coconut.
We're going to have to work on your skills.
Because everything is like filthy. You know, the only rap group I listened to was Two Live Crew. I could rap that.
Y'all work on your skills. We try again tomorrow.
Put her in the buck.
All right.
I remember the lyrics to that
I
song.
don't even know.
You never heard Put Her in the Buck? Put her in the buck. Do-do-do. That's about all we can say. There's only one way to have a good time. That's the end of that one.
Well.
No, that's another song.
All right. I got to morph out of M-Sizzel.
I was never a rap fan.
Hello to Chuck Gosson, who joins us in the Facebook live chat.
How are you going to rap off of a coconut?
Jenny liked it. She said woot woot. I think she liked your verse.
The coconut under your gut? It's just, you have to... I just don't have rhythm. I'm just an Anglo. I'm just a wasp.
All right. Well, we'll take a break because that was exhausting. We'll be back.
You need to have one of those things where, like on Jerry Springer, you just...
Yes. All right, here's a new Randy Rainbow. This will be fun.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah. All right, listen, I gotta go, but call me later.
No. I'm not calling you.
Not you, sweetie. Okay. All right, you too. Bye.
Are you ready?
Yes, and thank you so much for joining me, Mr. President. I hope you have been enjoying the holiday season so far.
I will tell you, I'm extremely upbeat. The White House is running like a...
defenseless young child being tear-gassed at the Mexican border?
Well-oiled machine.
Oh, mine was just an expression.
It's doing really well. I have great people.
Speaking of criminals, this is a very big week for the Russia investigation. Memos about Michael Flynn, Michael Cohen, and Paul Manafort, 3 high-profile defendants, are scheduled to be filed by Special Counsel Robert Mueller.
It's a scam. There was no collusion whatsoever, and the whole thing is a scam.
Really? Because word on the street is that you're getting pretty scared. Well, when anything bothers me or my entire family is about to be charged with treason, I try to think of nice things. I mean, There are so many things that make you happy.
And there are certain things that I don't like.
Oh, let me think. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, destroying the First Amendment, white nationalists, big fake...
Is that enough?
Brutal dictators and cold-hearted liars, tyrants and traitors and climate deniers, $5 spray tans with under-eye rings. These are a few of your favorite things. Burying tax returns after you file them, tear-gassing migrants for seeking asylum, big fat-ass buckets of fried chicken wings. These are a few of your favorite things.
I did nothing wrong.
Blue-collar workers all backwoods and beefy, giant hamburgers with extra kofifi, siding with Saudi Arabian kings. These are a few of your favorite things. When your friends flip, when your day sucks, and your hair looks bad like right now, just blame all the victims and praise all the schmucks, and then you won't feel so sad.
How long has this witch hunt gone on? It's gone on for what?
KGB playdates and absolute power, porn stars and playmates who charge by the hour, puppets at Fox News who dance on his strings. These are a few of his favorite things.
I did nothing wrong.
Long-winded tweets with no spell check corrections, raking up forests and stealing elections, facts that he fakes and fake bone spurs and slings. These are a few of his favorite things.
There was no collusion whatsoever.
Firing staff who won't come to his defense, signatures on non-disclosure agreements, lock her up, chants like his bass always sings. These are a few of his favorite things. When the Dems fight, when your friends lie, and when Mueller's close, just take a cold shower and have a good cry, and then you won't feel so gross.
The news about me is largely phony.
Judges who fly into partisan rages, solar eclipses and children in cages, hookers who pee on your face till it stings. These are a few of his favorite things.
Fake news.
Red MAGA hats that you had made in Taiwan, smelling that new wife smell after you buy one. Lawyers who hide extramarital flings. These are a few of his favorite things.
I think I'm doing a great job.
People who cheer at your anger and meanness, dreams about having a normal-sized penis, Hannity's voice on your phone when it rings. These are a few of your favorite things. When your life sucks, or for God's sake, when you're about to snap, take comfort in knowing at least you still make the rest of us feel like crap.
Fake news.
You know, sometimes I think they don't truly understand me, you know? Because they don't. Can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Die from the sicknesses if we don't seek the health. All eyes be my witness when I speak was felt. Full house on my hands, the cards I was dealt. 3 Ks, 2 A's in America. I'm just a black space born out the nebula. And everything I do and say today that's worthwhile will for sure inspire action in your first child. I begin my first now. Sometimes I speak and I feel like it ain't my words. Like I'm just a vessel channeling inside this universe. I feel my ancestors and rested inside of me. It's like they want me to shoot my chance and change the society. But how do I go about it? Tell me where I start. My destiny rerouted when I chose to follow heart. You chose to follow suit, but tell me what it do for you. Except where you down, now you trapped inside the cubicle they built for us. The first step in the change is to take notice. Realize the real gains that they tried to show us. 300 plus years of them cold shoulders. Your 300 million of it still got no focus. Sorry, America, but I will not be your soldier. Obama just wasn't enough, I need some more closure. And Donald Trump is not equipped to take this country over. Let's face facts, cause we know what's the real motives. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized, my people made us all loners. Still got the last names of our slave owners. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized, my people made us all loners. Yeah, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Die from the sicknesses if we don't seek the help. All eyes be my witness when I speak was felt. Full house on my hands, the cards I was dealt. 3 Ks, 2 A's in America. I'm just a black space born out the nebula. And everything I do is say today that's worthwhile. Will for sure inspire action. Trickery in the system, put my music in prison. All our history hidden, ain't no liberty given. We all fit the description of what the document's written. We've been lacking the vision and barely making a living. We too worried to fit in while they been benefiting. Every time you submit it, we all guilty admitted. The law won't get you acquitted, but you still ask for forgiveness. Put opiates and syringes, then inject his religion. Now many times I gotta tell you I'm a man in the mission. Many times I gotta tell you I don't need no permission. A human with supervision ain't no living condition. I'm reaching out to my children, just hoping that they will listen. Start a new coalition against corrupt politicians. It's not enough out of this shift. Too many murder convictions. Nothing family evicted. Nothing black man the victim. That's as real as it's getting. You should take recognition. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Still got the last names of our slave owners. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Yeah. We can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Die from the sicknesses if we don't seek the help. All eyes be my witness when I speak was felt. Full house on my hands, the cards I was dealt. 3 Ks, 2 A's in America. I'm just a black space born out the nebula. And everything I do is say the day that's worthwhile. Will for sure inspire action in your first child. Yeah.
Wingnuts boasting that Trump can't get fired. Jack is just what they all know. You'll fire Mueller when you're cornered and tired by folks you've hired as your hoes. Everybody knows this turkey who hates Mexico likes to make people alt-right. Tiny hands with his face and orange glow will find it hard to sleep tonight. He knows Bob Mueller's on his way. He's going to lock you up and throw the key away. And that Don Jr. child is gonna try to see if his and Jared's alibi can fly. And so we're offering this simple phrase to Trump fans, white and 92. Although you have said lock her up many ways, treason's greetings, he's screwed.
Yeah, dope rhymes?
Welcome back. We are well in hour number 2 of Matt Connarton Unleashed in the Afternoon. We are live on WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Streaming at WMNHradio.org. Of course, we're on channel 97 Comcast if you're in Manchester, and on Facebook via Facebook Live on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. Let's see, the number to call, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. Let's see, of course, boy, there's so much going on. Well, we did kind of cover the when Hopwood was here. Although sometimes the thing is, we were having a conversation both off the air and on the air, so it's almost difficult to remember what we talked about on the air and what we talked about off the air. But he was a good sport about the. How about John C. Hopwood rapping? He took a shot at it. He didn't have my skills. He doesn't have my mad skills on the mic. But then again, I had something written out. He was trying to. I put him on the spot. He was trying to freestyle. I can't even do that. So there you go. That might be my one and only time. Although I thought about writing a diss track about Howie Carr, only because he is my competition in this market here in Manchester as far as political talk radio in the afternoon. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed in the Afternoon. Who's this?
Hey, Matt. Mike Doyle calling.
Mike Doyle, how are you, sir?
Yeah. Hey, I wanted that guy from Philly to call, and I know he always calls after I call, so I figured I'd call you.
Okay.
Hey, a couple of things. When are they going to give Hopwood a nickname like Grass or Grass Hopwood or something? That guy is wound for sound, and his sexual connotations.
You mean he?
Those are always something to behold.
You mean he needs a hip hop name? He needs a hip hop name like I have, like M-Sizzel.
Yeah, exactly.
What about what about like G Hop? He could be G Hop.
Hey, you know what? Listen though, the main reason for my call is you're falling into that trap. I thought you were a center libertarian, independent thinker, and you're going to be falling into that fake news category if you continue to go down the Trumpy's guilty and
I didn't say
it's
that.
like people who are watching CNN. There's always two sides to a story, and you're only hearing one.
I've never said Trump is guilty.
Here's the funniest part of the whole thing. Let's go back to how this whole Russian collusion thing started. Let's just ask this simple question. How did this thing start? It started with a guy named Carter Page, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the dossier, that he was a Russian spy. Carter Page graduated from the Naval Academy. He worked for an energy consultant. He was an energy consultant and moved to Russia. He worked on John McCain's presidential election campaign, and then the Republican guy from New York, Ed Cox, told Trump, he says, "Hey, I got a kid that's been all over the place. He's bright. He graduated from the Naval Academy, but he happened to have ties to Russia because he was he worked for a company that was in energy and dealing with Russia. So he goes to work for the Trump campaign on the advice of this guy, Ed Cox, who says he's a good guy. He worked with McCain. You should take him on. So they take him on. All of a sudden, there's this dossier saying Carter Page is a spy with Russia. How come nobody ever talks about that? How come you don't dissect that? Here's the biggest proof of all.
I've heard it spoken about quite a bit, actually. That's
right. Well, I never hear it on your show. Here's the biggest proof of all.
Sorry.
Listen.
I've only got 2 hours a day. I can't get into every little nook and cranny of what's going on, Mike.
Here's the biggest proof of all. Answer me this simple question.
I didn't think we had proof of anything.
The dossier was about Carter Page being a spy, and that was the Russian collusion, right? That's how the whole thing started. To this date, the special counsel has not interviewed Carter Page. Why is that?
I don't know. Have they tried?
Amazing.
Have they tried to
How
subpoena?
Can that be? He's the spy.
Well, the investigation.
He's the reason there's Russian collusion.
The investigation
but the special counsel
ongoing.
hasn't talked to him, interviewed him, called him, nothing. Asked him for a written, nothing. He hasn't heard from them.
How do you even know that though? Like
that's kind of odd. Isn't
has
it?
Carter Page told you this personally? Like, do you know Carter Page?
It's all over the internet. It's all over the internet. There's a whole list of. It gives a list of all the people that Mueller interviewed. There's, on all the websites you can look.
I really
You'll
doubt.
never see Carter Page on any of them.
I really doubt we have a full list.
Because it was made up. That's why.
Okay.
It's a hoax. Come on. Why aren't you guys... I don't know. I wish you'd just dive in and give that other side a possibility.
Mike,
but
I
the
have
fake
said
news just continues to not. It just they're running with the
Mike,
ball.
You're not
what
being
else
fair.
are we going to do? We got the ball. We're going to run with the fake story.
Can I respond?
And we're going to go from there.
Can I respond to some of what you've said, Mike? So I don't
Sure.
know. I don't get why you're lumping me in with everybody else. I have said all along that Trump may not be guilty of anything. The observation I have made, though, Mike, the observation I have made, and hey, I mean, this is the same thing that, what's his name? I forget his name. Oh, Trey Gowdy has even said this. You know, why does Trump behave so guilty? I've never seen an allegedly innocent man behave so guilty in my life. Now,
how is he guilty? How is he
I'm
acting
not saying
guilty?
Dude, because if he's so clean, why not let the investigation play out? But instead, he's throwing mud at it constantly. Now, I have a theory.
He has never once stepped in and said, "I'm stopping this investigation."
That's not what I
never
mean by.
once.
That's not what I mean by
But
throwing
the news
mud.
keeps saying, "Oh, we're worried he's going to stop." It's been going on for 2 freaking years.
Well, wait, hold on.
Has he stepped in yet?
Let
no,
me
he hasn't, and he says he won't. But everybody keeps saying, "Why is he throwing mud at it?" Or "Why is he acting guilty?" He hasn't done anything, but come out and said the whole thing's a hoax.
Right, and
I don't know what he could stop this investigation at any time. You realize that, right?
Yeah. Can I respond to some of this?
How come he hasn't?
Yeah. Okay. So when I say throwing mud, I mean the constant poor mouthing of the investigation and bad mouthing everybody. Again, I would think that if he had nothing to hide, then he wouldn't be worried about any of it. But now, I will agree with you on one thing, though. I want to key on something you did say, because you did say, something about, everybody's always talking about, he's going to end the investigation, he's going to fire Mueller. I've been saying all along that I don't see that happening. I've said it all along. I do not believe he will fire Robert Mueller. And even when he brought in Matt Whitaker, which I don't agree with, but I still don't believe that he's going to fire Robert Mueller. That would be a step too far.
He's not going to. He hasn't said he's gonna.
I agree with you on that.
I don't know why people they're just making this up as they go along.
I agree, but why
he hasn't done it yet?
Yeah.
And why?
I agree.
And people keep saying, "Oh, I'm worried he's going to fire Mueller."
No,
what?
I'm with you. No, I'm with you on that. But I don't understand how you say that I'm falling in with all the fake news and everything when I'm the guy who has said all along, we don't know. I want to see the investigation play out.
You play a lot of this.
I think
satire.
I think I've been. But
that's all. You seem to bend that way with the satire.
I think I've been very
fair. I think it's funny. And then I will tell you, the girl that was singing there and that one you played, what a beautiful voice.
Oh yeah. No, I mean I do.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I agree. They are funny.
I love political.
But they always
humor.
lean the one way.
Yeah.
Why don't you do one up that says, "How come the special counsel has never even interviewed Carter Page?"
Mike,
nobody seems to want it. That's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about.
Mike, if you can find a link of somebody doing a funny political song parody that takes that point of view, I'll play it. I'm serious.
Oh yeah,
I will.
I know. I know. You're a good guy. I don't think you're a bad guy. I'm just saying.
I know you don't think I'm a bad guy.
I don't understand why people don't think there could be another side. Just what if?
I do though, Mike.
Just what if this was all made up?
But you've never heard me say, have I ever sat here and said Trump is definitely guilty?
No.
I've been much more fair than you're giving me credit for. You're lumping me in with MSNBC and CNN and everybody, and that's not fair.
Do you see the evidence that was mounting, that they had to come up with a fake dossier because Trump was beating...
We don't know
Trump
that it's
had a
fake.
chance of beating Hillary, and that couldn't happen. So Strzok came up and was saying it in his emails to his girlfriend, "I have a way." And all of a sudden, Strzok is the one that's filling out all the paperwork saying, "We're linking Carter Page to Donald Trump. Carter Page is a spy. We're going to get a dossier to start a special." That's how this all started.
In the end,
and now they haven't interviewed Carter Page.
Well, you don't know that.
No, they haven't found anything in 2 years.
You don't know that just because you see a list.
People want to say, "Oh, I think Trump is going to fire him." Why does he need to fire him? There's nothing wrong.
Well, that's the thing, though. Now, like I said, I agree with you. I don't think he's going to fire him. But if there's nothing wrong, why is he constantly bad-mouthing Mueller and calling it a witch hunt? Let it play out, because, Mike,
what would you do if they started saying Matt Connarton was a was a whatever. I don't want to say something bad that makes you look bad because you're not a bad guy.
Right.
But just Matt Connarton was something, and it's 100% not true.
Right.
And you hear it 24/7 around the clock.
Yeah, but
are you going to defend yourself?
But Mike, if there's an ongoing investigation, my attitude would be like, well, great. Once this investigation is completed, I'll be exonerated.
Right.
You know,
which he's letting do.
Don't you think?
Which he's letting happen.
Don't you think
he's
people
letting it play out? He hasn't stopped it in 2 years.
I know.
So where's that? So I don't understand that. But answer my question: if they were all over you, Matt, nonstop, the national networks, that he tilted the election and there was Russian collusion and he was working with a Russian spy, and the meeting in Trump's towers. It's not illegal for somebody to say, you're running for an election. Hey, I have some information you want to hear about Hillary. No, come on in. I'd like to hear it. There's nothing illegal about that.
Well, I
don't know why people keep saying that meeting was so illegal.
There's some disagreement about that.
If somebody has dirt, you can choose whether to listen or not listen to it.
Well, there's
or
some
believe
question,
or not believe it.
There's some question though about if you're engaging in the exchange of that dirt with a foreign government. There's some question about that, Mike. I mean, I'm not saying it's illegal. There's some question about whether that's illegal or not. And I don't know, but that is an open question, I think, at this point. But
what is the question? That you can't listen? Somebody from a foreign government can't call you and say, "Hey, I have something you should know about Hillary." Is that illegal?
Well, even a lot of Republicans have said the first thing Donald Jr. should have been done was check with the FBI before taking that meeting. But I'm not making a judgment
it
about
might have been
that.
the more prudent thing because of the fake news, pulling all this crap about everything that's going on. But I don't know. I've heard many guys say it's not illegal to listen to anybody.
But you asked me.
You didn't do it.
But
you know what I mean? Somebody
wants
to give you some info. When did it become illegal to say? Well, what do you got to say?
Well, I want to answer.
I'll listen to what you got to say.
I want to answer the other question that you asked me though, because you asked me, if I were Trump and the news media were, coming at me 24/7 and whatnot. I think if I were in his position. And I would say this about most people, Mike. I would say this about you or anyone else. I think Trump is very unique in this way. Let me put it that way. If I were in that position, and I think most people would be, it's one thing to criticize the investigation, but I think most of us would be at least self-aware enough and a little bit mindful of, okay, I can be critical, I can deny that I've done anything wrong, but I don't want to go so over the top with it that everyone's looking at me going, why is he behaving so, what is he so worried about? He seems really freaked out. Even if he didn't do anything, he seems awfully freaked out by this. But Trump doesn't
that's the part that gets thrown off the track right there. I was with you everything till you say he gets really freaked out. Who are you getting that information
from? I'm an observer of human behavior. He doesn't seem freaked out to you at all. Trump doesn't seem freaked out.
No, he just goes, it's a witch hunt every time. He's been so consistent for 2 years.
He seems pretty freaked out to me.
They can find anything they want. They've given him over 4 million documents of anything they've asked for emails. They've given him written questionnaires, and he's filled them out and sent them to him. He hasn't stopped the investigation in 2 years.
That's right.
And everybody's saying, "Oh, he's scared, he's nervous, and he's." I mean, that's all CNN talks about. That's the worst news organization going. They're the tabloid they're the Inquirer of news media right now. It's just opinion instead of fact. I'd have some semblance of credit if you start talking about. Just answer me this one question. Why hasn't the special counsel interviewed the person that the dossier that started the Russian collusion?
I don't know how you know.
Has been interviewed.
How do you know they haven't?
Nobody can answer
because
that.
It's on a
not
website.
A Democrat.
Because it's on a website, Mike. You just believe, you think you know everybody that the special counsel has talked to, because you saw a
it's
list.
All over
Mike,
Google it when you go home.
Mike, come on. This investigation, Mueller and his team have been pretty disciplined about not letting stuff leak out. Unless it's for a strategic reason, I assume. You really believe just because you saw a list online that's accurate?
Oh, I saw it in like four different websites.
Mike, you're the one talking about fake news.
I Google, has Carter Page ever been interviewed? And every one of them says, to this day, there's no record of him ever being called,
Doesn't
ever
mean
being
anything.
brought in for an interview. You don't think it would have been all over the news Carter Page was going into the special counsel to talk?
I think
like
there's
everybody
a
else
lot.
who goes in front of him?
I think
there's
a lot going on in the Mueller investigation that doesn't make it into the news. They've been very
I don't
careful
know.
and very
I don't know.
strategic.
Now you're stretching now. That's a little bit of a stretch
I
here.
don't think that's a stretch. I think that's accurate.
On one website, they put a list of everybody who was interviewed by Mueller.
And you
everybody.
And you just believe it? And
the
you
whole
don't
list. You go right down the list.
You don't question it?
And you won't see Connor. You won't see. So if that's your best answer, well, the websites might be wrong. I don't know. I think you should do a 360 and start saying, yeah, why haven't they interviewed Carter Page? Why is that?
Because you've seen a list on a website that he's not on, Mike. Come on.
No, maybe not. So all right. So that's it. That's what you're going with. You're going to go with. That's the reason why. So you're pretty sure they did.
No,
they
I didn't say that.
Out of him?
I didn't say
that.
They
were calling him a Russian spy.
I didn't say that they did. I'm saying
That's
I
what
don't
they were
know.
calling him. That's how the dossier started.
I'm saying
That's
I don't know. I don't know if they've interviewed him, and you don't know if you've interviewed him. You just saw a list that he wasn't
all
on.
over the internet, and nobody can say yes, it's ever happened. It's always no. Every website is to this date. We have no record of it. Nobody's seen it. Nobody's heard it.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this question, hypothetically, if it's true they haven't talked to Carter Page, what would you say?
I'd say that's.
Would you say, well, wait a minute, why is that?
I would say that's very strange. Yeah, I would say, why is that? I would think I would be very surprised by that, to be honest with you. That's why I'm so skeptical that they haven't. I'm very skeptical.
Okay, well, tonight you have some homework. And hop on the computer and Google that, and you'll see that you can't find it anywhere.
That doesn't prove anything, though, Mike.
It just, It proves that it was all a fake to begin with.
What website?
Carter Page has done nothing wrong.
What?
He moved to Russia. He graduated from the academy, and he moved to Russia as a energy consultant. He worked for a major corporation. I can't remember who it was.
What are you guys, best
friends? And then
friends?
all of a sudden he's working on these presidential campaigns, and Strzok says, well, there's a connection. I got a kid we can blame as a spy that's been in Russia, and now he's on the Trump advisory committee for running for his campaign. Russian collusion. There it is.
You know Carter Page awfully well. You guys buddies?
No, but to this day, they haven't interviewed him, and you guys don't want to. You turn a blind eye to it. You guys don't want to see it.
I'm not turning a blind eye.
You just want to think something's wrong, but I can't wait to hear what your buddy is going to say from Philadelphia. I'm sure he'll call right after.
Well, he's in a maze, but close enough. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's.
Hey, good show as usual.
All right, thanks, Mike. I appreciate the dialogue. I enjoy it. Thanks for the call. All right, bye-bye. All right, that was Mike Doyle. The point that I was just trying to make, like I said, I mean, a list of names. I mean, that to me that doesn't tell us anything. But who knows? But again, I think I've been pretty fair. Like I said, maybe there's nothing. Maybe there's no collusion. Maybe there is collusion that isn't actually illegal. But I just think Trump is so much of his behavior. He looks like a cornered rat. But I do have a theory, though, that, it's not just my theory. Others believe this, too. It is also possible that his son, the Donald Jr., really, really screwed up, and Trump is desperate to protect him. That's also possible. Looks like, Slicko's calling in. Slicko, is that you?
Hey. Is this Glenn's show?
Glenn's show? Did you hear his
voice? No, this is the Matt Connarton show. I get you guys confused sometimes.
Yes.
Two of my favorite radio guys. How's it going, Matt? You got a heated show today.
Yeah, it's been heated all up in here. Oh, I'm slipping back into
No, I've been
again.
on the Google too, and Google doesn't lie about anything.
That's
so
right.
So if he saw 4 websites, it's got to be right, Matt.
Oh,
Hate to burst your bubble.
John Hopwood just texted me. He suggested that I ask Mike Doyle to rap. I wish I had thought. Well, maybe Mike Doyle will do that on the morning show. He's often on the morning show with Peter White. So how are you, Slicko? What's going on with you?
I'm not bad. I just wanted to jump in real quick.
Yes.
And let everybody know. I don't know if you're aware about my homie 6'9" Tekashi is locked up on some BS gang charges right now.
Now, how do you know they're BS? How do you know they're BS charges, Slicko?
He's my homie. A gangster like that. It's just for the gram.
I heard he's been spending time with Carter Page.
Oh, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I heard they had to get him out of jail and send him to the rat house where he rat with the feds. But
yeah, see,
he's just copping a deal because you know what? Everybody else would cop a deal.
Right.
We're not dumb here. All right. You're not going to go to federal prison because you're that gangster. You're going to cop a deal.
So what
he's
exactly?
probably going to get killed when he gets out of jail, but.
So
the schools today are doing a walkout for 6ix9ine. Like all the kids are doing like a protesting like the 70s. They're doing a walkout today.
Slicko, before we go any further, we just need to provide a little bit of context for the listeners who don't know that this is a rapper. And
Okay, yeah. Rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yep.
He's the rainbow-haired guy. He's got the rainbow hair, the rainbow grills. He's a rapper. He's not that great.
Yep.
But he's like 11 for 11 on the Billboard charts right now because he is such an Instagram troll.
Oh, okay.
Which means he picks on people a lot through the internet.
Yeah.
Which gains him a lot of fame.
Ah, yes, that's smart. That's smart.
And he had an album coming out, and I thought this whole thing was just like a thing to pump his album, but he's really in jail.
Wow. Okay. Now, so what was he charged with exactly? Do you know details or?
Racketeering. He like supposedly put a $30,000 hit out on Keith Chief, and he might have shot some people. Allegedly shot some people at the Kanye video shoot, and basically just holding people up for money. But his whole group. I mean, we don't have time to really get into the whole 6ix9ine thing today, but his group robbed him of $3 million. He got $3.6 million to do 5-6 dates, and his company, his people, these gang members that set him up, took $3 million of the dollars and tried to hide it under the table like he was only getting paid $60,000 a show.
Now, when you say his group, what would you mean? His record label, or what? Who do you mean exactly?
Treyweight, yeah, Treyweight 9, Treyweight Bloods. It's like they're a gang group, gang members.
Okay.
Who are also his management.
Wow.
Who had a lot of reason to set him up. They've been known to set him up a couple times. He's gotten home invaded. He's gotten kidnapped. And it's all because the inside people are setting him up.
Yeah.
And they set him up to make him fall for all these charges. 6ix9ine did not do anything. And these gang members are trying to make him take the fall. No way. It's not happening. And I'll tell you right now on this show that 6ix9ine is going to be out of jail. He is going to walk on those charges because he didn't do anything.
So
they're setting him up. It's a setup.
So you said
just like Tupac. If he doesn't get out of jail, he'll be in Cuba with Tupac next year. Guarantee that. Guarantee that. Tupac's lawyers are probably all over the situation already.
Wow.
Yeah, dope rhymes.
So you said that
guaranteed.
You said there was
but
a
it's
walkout?
my kid's birthday today, and I just thought it was kind of convincing or convenient that they're doing a 6ix9ine walk on my kid's birthday, and Matt Connarton's rapping for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'd like to get a little, what is going on? Why are you battle rapping?
Well, the thing is, so I don't know if you know this, Slicko, but you've met Glenn, right? Have you met Glenn? Glenn R.J. Willett, the People's Mayor?
Yeah, I think I called in his show a couple times.
Yeah, you're familiar with Glenn. He's beefing. He's beefing with MC Hammer.
I can take the beef.
He says he can take
Wait,
the beef.
like the real MC Hammer?
Yeah, they got beef.
He's like a preacher now. Why are you going to have beef with a preacher?
I can take the beef.
Well, apparently, so I was talking the other day on the show. This is how it all started. I was talking about, MC Search from Third Base claims that Hammer once had a hit put out on him for $50,000 because of some lyrics in a Third Base track, The Cactus, about, the cactus turned Hammer's mother out. So I talked about that on the show the other day. So then Hammer called, and for a minute, Hammer and me had beef, but we squashed the beef, and we're boys, and all's good. But then Glenn comes on the show yesterday, and he starts talking about MC Hammer and said some pretty disparaging things, yo. So then I said to Glenn, if I help you, will you record a diss track about Hammer? And he said no. So so last night Hammer calls me at home, and he's like, yo, dog, I don't like that. And so now everybody's beefing again, so I decided to write a diss track in defense of Glenn, because Glenn needs help with this, clearly. So I wrote a diss track in defense of Glenn, directed at Reverend Hammer.
Fair enough.
So we all got beef, yo.
Yeah. You still need to DM me about the lawsuit we got going on with that track we talked about today, too, because you got me a little bit worried about that right now.
Yeah, no, I'll message you after the show. I'll explain.
I can take the beef.
Glenn says he can take the beef, so that's good.
All right, man. If you need a ghostwriter, I'm charging cheap money, $250 a track.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
And for IPM, I'll make it a 24.
Wow.
You know me in battle raps. I'm up to like over 10K on my battle rap with Mr. D Young.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And J. No Nuts is I don't know if I can say the B word on the radio, but J. No Beats, that's got like 25,000 collective plays throughout the world.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Tony D. Young?
He's around.
He's still around.
He's still clowning.
Oh.
I don't think Interscope signed him. I don't know why.
Wow. Well, maybe he didn't have any dope rhymes.
I hear he's doing a Dr. Phil reunion show.
Oh, jeez, is he really?
No, I don't know.
Well,
I'm just kind of talking, but I'd like to get him on the show. Maybe mention the person who made him famous, a.k.a. me in IPM Nation. But that's cool. It's what it is.
You were instrumental.
But I got to get back to work, Matt, so I can't wait to hear this diss. And let's get it going. I'll tag in. I'll diss MC Hammer. Are you kidding me?
Well, I already did it earlier in the hour, but what I'm going to do is later I'm going to post a separate. I'll post it on YouTube by itself. I'll isolate it and post it by itself, and you can hear it and enjoy. Oh, John Hopwood. You know John Hopwood. He got in on it too. He was doing some freestyle.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. I know John's got them bars.
It was
John's
fire.
got them bars.
It was
I know
fire.
that for facts.
That's what's up.
Me and John got a couple tracks that are on the low.
That's right. He's got dope rhymes.
Yeah, dope rhymes?
He's got dope rhymes.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, I got to go. Rock on. And, send me that track tonight.
I will. You got it, brother.
All right, peace out, guys. Oh, wait, Slicko's World.
Ooh.
Saturdays, when I do remember to wake up on time.
Yes.
We're doing hip-hop and Xbox. It's actually been working pretty good because I noticed I've been on the charts for, like, about a month now.
There you go.
Don't quote me if I'm still on there today. I'm not quite sure, but check out Slicko's World, slicko.org.
Yes.
Pumping my own deal right now.
That's
right.
right.
All right, I love you, Matt.
All right, Slicko, you too, brother. Take care.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that was Slicko. And let's see. So we just got a few minutes left. Of course, on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. immediately following this program, I still don't know if they figured out a new name for the show. I noticed on Podbean, on WMNHradio.org, where we archive all the shows, it just says Kyle's Sports Show. Kyle taking over for, it was just in time for sports, but Justin left. So now it's Kyle's show. But I don't know if that's just like a placeholder name or if that's actually the official name of the show. But that's coming up at 6 p.m. live here at WMNH 95.3 FM. Thursdays, of course, after this show is the Weekly Die-On, and I understand that they're going to have some live music this week on the Weekly Die-On for the first time on that show, so that's pretty exciting. Really quickly, because we talked about this, what was it, the day before yesterday, I think? Or was it yesterday? Everything runs together. We were talking about Joy Behar getting into it with Meghan McCain on The View. I think Jenny had brought it up. I finally had a chance to watch the clip, and I have to tell you, I definitely side with Joy Behar on this. I love this kind of stuff. People arguing on television, like not like when it's real, like when it gets to be like real, or radio arguments are even better. But here, I'm just gonna play part of this really quickly, and you can all make your own judgments. But I think Miss McCain was way out of line here, but here it is.
All that they play. So I think there's so much to learn from his life, and I hope that the next generation, they may not know him the way that we do, the way we remember him, but I hope they learn from him.
I want to say one thing about him that was not picked up really, because as a candidate, he said, those who think we're powerless to do anything about the greenhouse effect are forgetting about the White House effect. And then he signed into law the Clean Air Act Amendment of 1990, one of the most sweeping environmental statutes ever. Yeah. This president that we have now is trying to unravel everything that he did and Obama did. And if I ever become a one-issue voter, it will be about pollution and the greenhouse effect and
Could
the
we
fact
focus
that
on the president, please? I don't want to talk about Trump when we're in the moment of we're honoring a great president
who's passed. Please. I want to talk about
but we're honoring, but I'm not interested in your one issue.
I don't care what you're interested in. I'm talking.
I don't care what you're interested in
We'll
either.
be right back.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, regardless of what you think politically, I mean, my personal opinion is I think Meghan McCain was being pretty, I mean, you know, to interrupt and you know, interrupting and talking over someone, I mean, that's something that goes on these shows. But when you interrupt someone and you tell them that you don't care what they have to say, that hits a nerve. And that's where I think she really crossed the line. All right, we're going to begin to wrap up because Kyle's Sports Show is coming up next live here on WMNH. But I want to thank everybody, of course. Thank you so much to Diane Ruggiero for joining us earlier and sharing some of her new music. Of course, thank you to John Hopwood for coming in. Thank you to Mike Doyle for calling. You can often hear Mike Doyle on the morning show with Peter White and the Moose. I think usually at least 1 or 2 days a week here. Thank you to Slicko for calling in. Great to talk to him. Anybody who I may have forgotten, it's been a very, very busy show this Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, dope rhymes.
And we're going to get out of here. And I will leave you, well, since it's been kind of a hip-hop centric show, I'm going to leave you with this Eminem track, Like Home, the radio edit, of course. And that's it for now for me. I will be back tomorrow. Matt Connarton, Unleashed in the Afternoon, live weekdays 4 to 6 right here on WMNH. And that's it for me for now. I will talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.
Shout to everybody. Who's been on this trip with me. You don't have to agree. But if you feel like me.
Someone get this area in a sheet. Time to bury him, so tell him to prepare to get impeached. Everybody on your feet. This is where terrorism and heroism meet. Square off in the street. This chump barely even sleeps. All he does is watch Fox News like a parrot and repeats while he looks like a canary with a beak. Why you think he banned transgenders from the military with a tweet? He's trying to divide us, this like a cult, but like Johnny, he'll only unite us, cause nothing inside us drives us like this fight does. Similar to when two cars collide, cause